called naive. And usually when people call someone a naive, it's always something bad, right? And they're dissing you, and they're pointing out your flaws of being naive. If you look at a thesaurus, the strongest matches for naive are ignorant, simple, unsophisticated, which is what usually people think, I guess, when they call someone naive. Ignorant just means that you don't know something, not that you're an idiot. But naive also means innocent and simple and sincere. Of course, every quality has its pros and cons. So does naive. So if anyone's ever called you naive, don't feel that bad. The good side of being naive is that you're simple. And I don't mean like you're stupid. It means that you're simple. If you are naive, that means that you have a pure soul. That means that you are not planning or scheming evil against people. We tend to use the adjective cunning for people that scheme. And there's nothing worse than a cunning person because you're scheming against people. You're devious, you're Machiavellian. Cunning is a special kind of smart where you might not be book smart, but you're what we say street smart in the way where you know how to take advantage of situations and people. And this has nothing to do with IQ level. And I don't know about you, but I'd way rather be naive than cunning. I'm not a cunning person. When I watch TV shows or movies that have like politics and like court intrigue, I never know what's going on. I will watch scenes and I'm like, what's happening? Why did he say this? What was that look? Pretty good with, I think, reading body language and reading between the lines. But when it comes to people planning games like chess, but with people, I never get it. And that might be bad, but I think it's good. Like I said, naive is not a bad thing. It can be bad to be naive. It can definitely hurt you to be naive. Because when you're naive, you're innocent. You're not thinking of ways to hurt people. You're not planning ways to cheat people and to trick people. You're not playing this 3D chess game with people as your pawns to get what you want. That's evil. So a lot of times, naive people get hurt and duped, as I have been, because we're innocent, we're simple, we're sincere. If we say something, we mean it. If you're talking to us or hanging out with us, or if you're a friend, we're not looking you dead in the eye and yet scheming up ways to use you. It's a lot, what you see is what you get, which a lot of people also say wearing your heart on your sleeve. Now, the Bible does point out the bad side of being naive. Proverbs 14:15, it says, the simple or the naive. The simple believe anything, but the prudent give thought to their steps. And then in Proverbs 22:3, it says, the prudent see danger and take refuge, but the simple keep going and pay the penalty. So even though we can be naive and innocent because we're not scheming against people, unfortunately, and you can never protect yourself completely, okay? You can never be 100% protected in this world against evil, no matter what. You can have alarms on your houses and cameras and a gun or whatever, and you can know self-defense, and people can still hurt you physically, people can still steal your things, and you can be innocent and sincere, and people and smart, very smart, and people can still take advantage of you. We do have to be careful. And in a world like today, and in the world that we live in, we cannot afford to be so simple. You can still be naive in a sense where you can still be pure of heart. So if you're thinking, all right, I'm naive, I don't know if people are being legit, if people are fooling me, pay attention to how people act towards you, not just their words. It's unthinkable that someone will say they love you and then they will turn around and hurt you, and it happens, right? When we talk about red flags, not everybody's perfect, and saying, oh, this person has flaws. All right, look, listen to this. This is important. Everyone has flaws and everyone has potential. And this is not a reason to keep putting up with trash behavior from people. Oh, but he has potential. Yeah, everyone has potential, but what are they doing with it? Oh, but he has flaws. Yeah, everybody has flaws. We don't have to keep saying this. Oh, I'm not perfect, but we get it. You don't have to state that. That's obvious. Let's stop saying, oh, everybody has flaws, nobody's perfect, as a way of allowing bad behavior. You can forgive someone, but that doesn't mean, and you have to forgive someone, but that doesn't mean they have to let them keep doing that bad thing to you. They keep lying to you over and over and over again. Cut them out of your life. Forgive them, because if we don't forgive people, God won't forgive us. But God doesn't say, keep putting up with that trash behavior. What did he say to the woman that was caught in adultery? You're forgiven, but go and sin no more. So stop doing what you're doing. Like whatever you're done now, it's in the past, it's forgiven, it's deleted. But be different now. And this can be a conversation for another day. But if you don't know, if you think that you are too naive for your own good, and you don't know, and you can't tell, ask God. In James 1:5, it says, if any of you lacks wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously, generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given to you. And you got to believe it. If you pray to God and you don't believe it, he's not going to do it. In James 3:17, it says, but the wisdom that comes from heaven is first of all pure, then peace-loving, considerate, submissive, full of mercy and good fruit, impartial and sincere. And in Ecclesiastes 2:26, it says, to the person who pleases him, God gives wisdom, knowledge, and happiness. But to the sinner, he gives a task of gathering up and stirring up wealth to hand it over to the one who pleases God. In Proverbs 13:1, it says, a wise son heeds his father's instruction, but a mocker does not respond to rebukes. Not just your father's instruction. Let's just say that instruction in general. And Proverbs 4:6-7, it says, do not forsake wisdom, and she will protect you. Love her, her is wisdom, and she will watch over you. The beginning of wisdom is this, get wisdom, which sounds like duh, right? Oh, you're anxious, don't be anxious. So the beginning of wisdom is this, get wisdom. Go find it, ask God. Though it cost you all you have, get understanding. Proverbs 3:7 says, do not be wise in your own eyes, fear the Lord and shun evil. So even though we think that we're really smart and wise, we can still be tricked, and we will. We definitely will be duped. But we have to fear the Lord, respect the Lord, and ask God for wisdom. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. That's Proverbs 1:7. There's a lot of Bible verses about wisdom. Proverbs is basically a manual for life. The Bible itself is a manual for life, but Proverbs is one of the books of wisdom. Read Proverbs every day. Read the Bible every day. You can start with Proverbs and with Psalms and ask God for wisdom. Keep your heart pure. Don't be proud, and pay attention to what people are doing to you and forgive them when they do you wrong, because forgiveness is for you. It's not for them. Like, oh, I'm never going to forgive you. Who cares about them? They don't care. So pay attention to what people are doing. If you catch them in lies all the time, you get that gut feeling. You feel something weird. Trust that gut. And if you're not sure, ask God. If you're not sure if someone in your life is being honest and sincere, pray to God in faith and say, God, show me if this person is out to hurt me. Give me wisdom and discernment, and God will never fail you. So if anyone ever calls you naive, take heart, because the pure of heart will see God. Talk to you next time.